What's going on, everybody? I'm Joe with That Gecks Out. This is a rocket topic channel that I like to take little small topics and throw them up here for you guys to like, to share, to hopefully better your hobby. Today, we're going to be hosting a new segment that I like to call We Have Upped Our Husbandry, so up yours. So anyway, I am going to talk about water today. So, what's the best way to clean your water dishes for your leopard geckos? What do you use and how long do you soak? Things like that. The answer is I don't do any of that. None of it whatsoever. They have these little portion cups right here that you see. This is a 0.75 and this one over here is a 1 ounce. It's a little bit taller. Okay. Now, that being said, I use these and when they are empty, I toss them and I bring in a new one and fill it up. I used to wet the inside of the hide. That was recommended by older breeders. That definitely works. But ever since I started using standing water in the tanks or the tubs, I've noticed that I've gotten a lot healthier animals personally. So here, my animals are bouncing back from breeding quickly. That would be my females. My males constantly keep weight even during breeding. I don't know if the water has a correlation to it, but it's the only thing I changed at the time and noticed that I'm not losing weight dramatically. I did recently increase my gut loading game, but that's a whole other video for now. We're going to go over these little inserts here. You can see I have a couple different ones of these. I got them off of a really good friend, Joe Yingling, out in Lake Erie. So they were a really awesome buy. He told me he had a lot available. I bought hundreds of these things. And I also, for the 12 quart tubs, got these guys. I usually will use both, but I have hundreds of these as well. This one right here, you can see I do standing calcium. Standing calcium is a huge deal. Ever since I started to do standing calcium in the tank at all times and not just when I'm feeding, I have completely 100% in my facility eliminated metabolic bone disease, which means it never sneaks up on me. It doesn't happen. I never see it. I forget all about it because it's just not a part of my life anymore. So metabolic bone disease is out with standing calcium. I like to fill this about halfway. They will eat it. They'll eat it all. And when they do, I throw this out. I get them another one. So clean dish, pretty cheap. These things, a whole box of 2,500 of these costs $30. So same with the water dishes. Now, why do I have two different water dishes? Well, you can see here, I got this little surface so you guys can notice it. It does sit nice and flush over here, okay? Now, we want that, but when you go ahead and add the calcium dish, the gecko will sometimes splash into the water and then not drink the water and go some time without water. I don't like the idea of that. So when I put my food dish together in here and then I have my calcium dish, I actually figured out that if I get a 1 ounce instead of a 0.75, that you can see there that it lips up just a little bit, has a little more height on it. Now that height was very important. That tiny little difference that I made there over time and just trial and error stopped anything from getting inside the water dish. So the water is clean for the entire week. Takes them about a good week and a half to empty one of these things. And because it's so small, they don't defecate in the bowl. What do I mean by that? So when I have a hatchling tub, I will often use these guys because they're hard to tip. These are also portion dishes or souffle dishes. They're 1.75 solo, and you can get them at Webstaurant. But they are expensive. So these ones, because I put food in them, I actually will clean these. These are something that I will wipe down and clean. And a really neat note is if you keep these bad boys right here, which every single one of you likely does, check this out. Now you're cleaning these a lot less because they fit right inside there. Okay. So when I'm using one of these guys for hatchlings, put your calcium right over here, right in the front little section there. I throw my worms there. I throw some Vionate over the top of this, and I obviously grab my 1 ounce. You can see there that it will pop up ever so slightly, but it is level to the bowl now. But I put my 1 ounce water dish in there, and this works great. I love to use that one for hatchlings. I also like to use this one for hatchlings. If I use this for hatchlings, I then do have to add one of these in there for food because, like I said, standing calcium water does pop up. food. Okay. Now, with these two that I put in the hatchling enclosure, one of them will have food in it. The other one will be filled with water. I do purify my water for the geckos. They get bougie water. And they do that because, I mean, they're alive. I like to drink better tasting water. So I figure they want to drink the same stuff as me. That being said, if these get water in them or if they defecate in the water bowl, I throw them out. I do not clean them. I do not reuse them. If the animal defecates in its food bowl or water bowl, throw it away. Never, ever, ever, in my opinion, clean it. I don't care how good you are at cleaning, soaking, putting it out to soak in the sun. Why risk it? Throw it away. You can buy these by the 2,500 case. Now, I ended up buying these water dishes, the 1 ounce ones, $30 once a month. I think I put it on subscribe and save or something like that. It kept coming in the mail every month. Next thing I know, I have so many that I don't know when I'll ever see the end of them. So I stopped. I was able to afford $30 a month. That might be a little steep for some, but if you can afford it, do it on accident like I did. Have them in the background, never run out of these. And when you're done, don't save them. Don't clean them. Throw them away. That is a perfect solution towards not accidentally cleaning inappropriately and leaving some germs behind that are going to, harm the animal in any way, shape, or form. I made this one update, and I already have really good husbandry. That's why I'm making this video. I want to share some of my husbandry tips. But with the water difference, the husbandry that I did change on the water, I have no more sick animals. Like I hardly ever see anything with an issue withstanding calcium. I never, ever, ever, ever have metabolic bone disease, which is fantastic. I do not use any sort of overhead lighting. I never have. So you got to give them something. I give them standing calcium. I give them Vionate on top of their food. And I enjoy the way that I do it. It's a lot easier to not wash water dishes. And I don't know. They're so inexpensive that I highly recommend it to everybody. Now these are 1 ounce portion cups. You can get them on Amazon. I think they're like $30. Box of 2,500. Toss them out all the time. And to me, it's a perfect solution to whatever you're doing at your facility. Spraying the inside of the hide could lead to them licking up something that they shouldn't. That's what it was doing here, even though I had clean hides, fresh dirt. It's all subject to the elbow grease and doing it dozens and dozens of times a day. You're going to make mistakes. So I would just rather them not drink water from the inside of their hide or their tub and drink water from a very clean bowl that I provide, and then I throw out and provide another one. They're sterile. So that being said, here at Wildcard Geckos, we hope that you can better your hobby. We have definitely upped our husbandry, so up yours. If you liked this video, do me a favor and like it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share this with your friends. These rocket topics are fun to make. I like sharing what I do around here, and I hope that I've been helpful. If somebody asks you about water dishes or cleaning or anything like that, grab this video, share it to them. Hopefully we'll get some likes on it in the future. That kicks out, guys. You have a good day.